Okay, I started the recording. Welcome to this workshop. We're going to be covering paper tearing today. And I'm not going to teach people how to tear paper. I'm going to show them how we tear paper because we tear 10 sheets at a time and they're big sheets. And so I'm not going to teach you how to do that today, but I'm going to show you how we tear paper and the templates we use and all that. So if there's no questions, let's just check the chat here to see. And yeah, I guess I'm being heard, Arlene. I don't know what you mean by no audio. If you can't talk or you can't hear, but I guess other people can hear me. And if there's problems with the video, let again let me know that too. So, all right, let's cue that baby up. And here we go. Oh wait, I got to switch one more thing here. I got to change the audio on Wirecat or on Zoom to Wirecast virtual microphone. There we go. Hey there. So what we're going to do here is to tear up papers for our Soul size journals, which are 5.5 by 8.5. So what we've got here is two templates, and one you could see is vertical here. Let's see if we can get a closer view on that. Right there. So here's the vertical one, and then here is the one that's horizontal. And you can see this is in pencil, but look at all the writing we do on them. And just tells us like how to position it on the paper and all that stuff. This one was made, you can see, in September 2018. It still works. It's still good. All right, let's go back here. So there we go. So what we do, one of the first things we do is mark our paper just with a little real fine tip pencil. So we don't want to get pencil marks all over the paper, all over your paper. So here we are. Put that on there, and this happens to be just the right height. The reason we put this year on them, September 2018, is just for reference, but it's also because sometimes this paper is a little bit longer. Now, our templates are actually for 5.5 by 8.5 sheet size, 8.5 being the tall, is actually going to be 8.5 by 11. And so you'll notice I'm marking not quite to the end here, but pulling it back a little bit, and you'll see why in a minute, because all this is going to be extra, and we can use that for other journals like our Pathfinder journals and stuff. All right, we got that marked. Now we're going to start marking here on the bottom. So for everything, this is so we can hand tear stuff, because hand tearing looks so much cooler than just like being cut on a paper cutting machine. So I got marked those three. This is the 11-inch side. I just need to mark two there because all I need to get are the top and the bottom. I'm going to rip that first, so I don't need to mark them all the way up. Here's this 11-inch one here, on there. You probably can't see, this pencil is so thin, and the mark I'm making it's a 0.5 millimeter pencil number 2. Just your standard cheap mechanical pencil. And then the top one here, I will actually mark it there, and the third one here. All right, so it's all marked up now. The lines are really small. I'm going to tear, like I said, I'm going to tear, the first thing I'm going to tear is this part right here. So let's do that. And I'm going to put my straight edge. Oh, by the way, this is a 48-inch by whatever straight edge, and this is back when they were actually thicker. And over 20 years ago is when I got this, and so they were thicker than the ones you get in the Home Depot now and Lowe's and all those places. They have a thinner metal. on this edge here, and I really like this metal here. So, okay, let's tear it. So basically, I'm going to put it on the lines right there, and then I am going to, okay, here's one of the secrets of tearing paper, because this is 10 sheets of paper. So when I pull this back, there's all these sheets individually. Let's get a closer version of that. Right there. Okay, so here's the line, the little pencil dot right there. It's just so small. But when you pull these papers like this, they fan out a little bit. And so then when you start to tear, the fan, if you tear them like this, the fan tears like 1 or 2 sheets at a time only. It doesn't tear all 10 sheets. And so that's one way to tear thicker paper. The other thing you need to be aware of when you tear paper is how much pressure you put on against the edge versus away from the edge. So if you put too much pressure on the edge, your straight edge is going to start moving and you're going to get a crooked tear. If you put too little pressure on the edge, then you're going to start tearing away from the edge like this. And so it's an experience, and I've been doing this for I think 22 or 23 years, so it's just second nature to me. But it's all about finesse, not about muscle, like most things are. So let's pull away a little bit here, and you can see me tear the whole thing, right? Okay, here we go. Okay, there, and I'll just start tearing like this. See that? And then I'm going to continue. Oops. See, that's too much on the edge, right there. But I caught it right away. So I'm just going to continue to tear, and so it's good to tear in between your fingers, just like this. Keep your edge straight and on the line on the bottom. And then to avoid getting a little flare out, you want to, at the very end, pull into the edge a little bit harder. Pull into the edge a little harder, and then you won't get paper that flares out on the end. Okay, so this is our, well, I would say scrap, but we can use this for Pathfinder journals. I'm just going to put that on the side. And now we have our lines here and here and here and here, and I'm going to tear it the long way. I've never actually made a paper video before. Just make sure that they're lined up. By the way, when you handle paper, so you don't get dimples on it, when you do handle it, you want to keep things fluid and moving in the paper, and don't just make sudden jerks on it. So when you pull it up like this, just make sure everything keeps flowing and there's constant movement in the paper. That way it doesn't have a chance to get bent up. All right, here. Okay. I'll put this against the edge of the table like that. Pull it closer to me, easier to tear. I'll line up those lines right there like that. This takes a lot longer than just cutting with the paper cutter, but it is it's a lot more satisfying, at least for me, to have a book with hand-torn paper in it. Okay, so there's that sheet, and this sheet, or this other tear here. See how I'm fanning right there? And then I keep checking just to make sure that this stays, doesn't waver at all. And again, you want to tear in between your fingers. So just slide them down. The other thing when you're tearing long sheets like this, sometimes the paper can roll over like this or go off the edge of the table. So you want to make sure that it's just right there and it's not going to fall anywhere, because the weight of that paper will take your tear and it'll just move it way off the paper. There, and then see, no flare at the end. Use that little trick I just mentioned and you won't get that. Okay, next, paper gets torn this way. Easier to tear when there's smaller sheets, but I don't know if you could see it, but I'm still fanning the paper. Now, in another video, I'll show everybody how to tear watercolor paper the correct way. You can't believe how many galleries I've been in, and I have looked at these original watercolor paintings or other paintings that are on watercolor paper, and they tear the watercolor paper the wrong way, and so the decal it's total crap. Sorry about that. Um, and so in another video, I will show you all how to tear paper, watercolor paper, so you get an actual beautiful decal on it, and I will show you how to control that decal as well. Okay, there's that. Done with that ruler. And now we just fold it up, and I have my bone folder here. This bone folder is very old. It's started with me when I started this company about 23 years ago. So now you're going to get some creep in this because they're the same size. So creep is when you fold them over. It looks nice there, and then you have this on the back. Let's get closer in so you can see that. It's I don't know if you could see that very well, the creep, but it's kind of like fanned on the back some, and that's the creep. It's just going to happen when you hand tear papers like that. Normally, what they do in when they're making books commercially, there's the they print everything over the edges, and then they cut everything on a machine, so everything is perfect. But hand torn is not perfect. It elicits squeezes out all the great wabi-sabi of life, which is perfection in imperfection. So we continue to go down. One sheet of arch paper gets 9 soul-size refills. One sheet of Frankfurt white or Frankfurt cream gets 4. Frankfurt cream is a little bit smaller, but it's not half the size, and that's why there's an upcharge for those Frankfurt papers. And they are different papers. They're much harder finish, more plated and everything. And that's it. That's how we tear papers. Hope you liked this little demonstration. And let's go back to the. Hey there. So what we're going to do here is to tear up papers for our soul size journals, which are 5.5 by 8.5. So what we've got here. Okay, I'm back. So we're giving this away now. Hey, how did you like that video? Give me some comments on it, some feedback, so I can do better next time. Any questions on it at all? Okay, so here's what we're going to do. This is the book we're giving away, this medieval journal. And what we're going to do is this. I wrote down, so here's a hint for you. Now, don't start typing in your numbers yet. You can put in one number, and if 2 people hit the same number or are close to the winning number, the first one who puts the number in is the winner. Okay? Here's a hint, and I'm going to give you like 5 seconds, and I'll say go, and then you can type in your numbers. But I'll give you 5 or 10 seconds to think about what number you want to put in, and then when I say go, put your number in, and we'll see who gets close or who hits it or what. The clue is this: it's the age of my son. I only have one son, so it's his age, his current age. That is the number I picked, and it is written down right here. So it's behind this board, so you can see. I'm not. Hey, whoa, whoa, whoa! Don't start putting in yet. Wait, 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 wait. Scratch all that. WAIT. Wait, right there. Okay. Now below that, wait. You ready? 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, go. Put your numbers in now. Come on. Put them in. put them all in, and then when people stop, that'll be it. Keep going. Okay. Hey, Gina or Rachel, could you scroll and to the top of the chat or the top of where people started putting numbers in, but below where I said wait, and see if they have this number right here, 37. That's it. Well, if I turn it around this way, maybe it'll look right. 37. That's my son's age right now. So who got it? Who won? Type it in the chat, please, because I can't hear anybody. I'm gonna see. I saw a 37. Deb Ashley had. Oh, France Andrews. Gosh, that was so close. You see that there? France and then Deb, like seconds apart. That is. Oh, well. Oh, below weight. Yeah, Deb Ashley. She put 37 in. All right, Deb Ashley. Yeah, you got it. Boy, that was so close. Um, Okay, so Deb, you're going to need to email us, tell us where to send this journal, and we'll get it sent to you. So, any other questions on this? Oh, let me stop the recording now. Hey, don't go away. I'm just going to stop the recording. Anybody who came on here, and oh, we ended early. Look at this. It's 11:52 here, Mountain Time, and that was great. I love doing the recordings because it gives communicates more information more accurately and quicker. And then I can be in chat talking to everybody too. We're going to get this me hearing you guys issue solved next time. And yeah, so I'm going to turn the recording off now.